Flava on 947.
It's Tyler Push to Start on 947. Welcome to Mid Mornings with Mo Flava. Coming up in this hour, your chance to feel the rush with up to 10,000 Rand in cash with Gold Rush at 947. Go to primemediaplus.com. I could be calling you in this hour before I get out of here today. I'll give you a chance to pick a box. Maybe two, maybe three. We'll see. There's money in there for you to win. It is time for today's dilemma. Rachel has sent in a story, which is a bit concerning. For me, anyway. Rachel says, I sometimes regret becoming a parent. Okay. What do you mean, Rachel? Well, Rachel says, I love my kids more than anything. But if I'm being honest, I don't think I would choose parenthood if I had the chance to do it all over again. I never really imagined another path, just always assumed I'd have kids. It just felt like the default, but now I'm drowning in responsibilities, and they just never end. I'm regretting my decision. I feel ashamed even admitting it. Do other parents secretly feel this way? That's what Rachel wants to know. Do other parents secretly feel this way? Am I a terrible person for regretting the life I chose? Or is this just the kind of thing that no one actually talks about? Rachel, these are very good questions that you're asking because nobody in my living memory has ever said parenting would be easy. Absolutely nobody. Whether you've got money or not, whether you've got resource or not, whether you've got family support or not, parenting is not meant to be easy. There are days where you want to check out. You're just like, when the school holidays come, I'm shipping them off to the grandparents. I want peace. Or I'm only going to take leave when they are back at school, not during their school holidays. You know why, Rachel? Because we're human. And life is overwhelming when you've got X number of kids. Even just one child for some is overwhelming. And everything they need and how much it costs. And then the emotional and the psychological support and being a good parent and worrying about the future and worrying about whether you are being a good parent. So there's nothing wrong with how you feel. From my observation anyway. I would even go as far as saying maybe I'm prepared to ignore the fact that you're saying you regret it. Because deep down I feel like you don't. Especially because you love your kids. But I just feel like you sound like someone who's overwhelmed. When people say this stuff to me, I'm like, oh, okay, all right. It's a little too much. So maybe sharing this stuff is very important. I don't know if you've got a partner or not. That's quite important to share the load and talk to other parents. Talk to other parents. There's so much value in that. There's so much value, and you can actually learn a thing or two. You can get some perspective and really get a sense of how to navigate these things. So there's Rachel's story. What do you think? You're a parent. When you feel overwhelmed because of parenthood, what do you do? And what's your word of encouragement to Rachel? Because from where I'm sitting as well, I think we need to encourage Rachel here to keep her chin up. 066-3818-609 011-883-8947. That is today's dilemma. Maroon 5 with Lost on 947. It's Mid Mornings with Mo Flava. It's easy to assume that, you knew what was coming and you knew what to expect when you started to have kids. So stop complaining and just get on with it. It's easy to assume that we kind of have foresight of what a particular experience will be like, whether it's having children or marriage, whatever. But the truth is that until you've experienced it, you can only speculate and assume what it will be like. And sometimes the assumption and the reality are completely divorced. You're thinking, oh, wow, marriage is a good idea and whatever. And then, boom, you're in it and it's hell. Maybe it's kids. You think, having kids is a great idea. But then there's other complexities that come about. And then you realize that, it's not such a good idea. Rachel has sent in her dilemma. She said she loves her kids, but she thinks choosing parenthood was not such a good idea. She feels extremely overwhelmed. She says she's drowning in responsibilities and they just never end. And now she's questioning her decision around having kids. She feels ashamed about admitting to even having the thought. What's your word to her? Let's go to Randburg. Sachi's on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Mo. How are you?
Not too bad, and you?
All right, very well, thank you.
Yeah.
I think maybe I'm unique or maybe I'm unusual. Let me tell you my story.
Yeah.
I'm 59 years old.
Right.
Married for 34 years.
Whew.
And happily married. I have two grown-up daughters.
Right.
Life has been the best thing ever happened to me since marriage, since having my children. I'm now even a granddad.
Wow.
I have two beautiful daughters who are well educated. My big daughter is a CFO, chartered accountant.
Wow.
My second daughter is a biochemist.
Sure.
I've now retired from work as human resources manager, living in luxury and blessed because my girls, when my wife decided to leave work, my children were very small. We made it not a sacrifice, we made it a blessing to say our children came into this world, let's enjoy them. Both our girls did very, very well in school. We now, my wife and I, living close to my big daughter with my grandson.
Wow.
Have a retired life and enjoying every blessing that we've invested in. We call it an investment, but it was a beautiful investment. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You can take my daughter's number to check with her if I'm saying the truth, but we have a blessed life.
Listen, Sahi, I'm sitting here thinking there's a very important word that you dropped in, and that's the word blessing, because that is what children are. And so it's about the mindset and how you look at it, to say don't look at it as an extra problem. It is quite a blessing, and the blessing is in what you've explained to be the joys of having kids and the future that lies ahead. So I'm happy you feel that way, and I'm hoping that Rachel listening in will be encouraged by what you're saying.
Exactly. And to tell you, it's like now, you mean I'm at just finished gym. I can go to gym every day now. I'm 59, retired 5 years ago as well. He's still enjoying life.
I love it.
And now my grandson is 9 years old. I take him for cricket. I take him for soccer. I take him for hockey. Beautiful. Enjoying every moment. I'm actually now coaching soccer again.
I love it for you. My goodness. I'm sitting here thinking, well, Rachel, I mean, are you sure that it's a problem? Because, I mean, here's a great example in the call from Saki, who says, listen, you may not feel it now, but one day you'll realize just how amazing it is to be a parent because of all the beauties. Hey, your kids can tell you to chill and retire. They'll look after you. So what's the fuss? All right, that's just one perspective, Rachel. We'll get more.
Mo Flava on 947.